A string means never breaking down. Keep it locked inside, don't make a sound. But I've been carrying weight I can't sustain, trading my truth just to hide the pain. No more masks, no more walls. Time to answer when my purpose calls. This is real talk, no filter, no facade. Man enough to face the truth, however hard. Breaking chains that held me back from who I am. Standing in my power with an open hand. Real talk, this is where we start. Man enough to lead with heart. Man enough to lead with heart.
Brother, let me ask you something. Have you ever built the life everyone told you to build? Checked all the boxes? Done everything right and still felt like you were dying inside? Have you ever smiled through the pain and said, I'm fine, when you were anything but, and wondered if this is all there is? Have you ever looked at your life from the outside and thought, this should be enough? Why isn't it enough? If you're nodding right now, if something in your chest just tightened, if you're thinking, how does she know? You're in the right place. I'm Angela Armstrong, and for 27 years, I wore the military uniform. I saved lives. I led teams through impossible situations. I earned commendations and respect. And I was trapped in what I call the perfect prison. This is Man Enough, Real Talk. And today we're talking about the prison that you can't see. The one with no bars, no walls, but somehow you still can't breathe. The one you built yourself, brick by brick, trying to be enough. And brother, I'm here to tell you something that might save your life. That prison has a door, and you're the one that's holding the key, the only one that's holding the key. Let me take you back to a moment that I'll never forget. I was sitting in my car in the parking lot of the Coast Guard station. It's early morning. I've been there for about 20 minutes, but I couldn't make myself go inside. My hands were shaking, my chest was tight, and I was trying to convince myself that I was fine. From the outside, my life looked perfect. 27 years of service, multiple commendations, a leader that people respected, a woman who had broken barriers and earned her place in a male-dominated field. But inside that car, I was breaking. The racism had been there from the beginning. The subtle comments, the not so subtle exclusion, the constant need to prove I belong, to be twice as good to get half the credit. I told myself I could handle it. That's what strong people do, right? They handle it. The bullying came in waves. Sometimes it was overt, often disguised as just joking or you too sensitive. So I learned to laugh it off, not to make waves, to be agreeable so I wouldn't give them ammunition. But that harassment, that was my breaking point. The moment when I realized that no amount of excellence, no amount of service, no amount of being perfect was going to protect me. And you want to know the worst part? I had convinced myself that this was the price of success, something I just had to deal with, that suffering in silence was strength, that if I just worked harder, proved myself more, sacrificed more, eventually, it'll be enough. But it was never enough because the prison I was in wasn't built by them. It was built by me. I have built a perfect prison out of perfectionism, people pleasing, and the belief that my worth was measured by how much I could endure without breaking. Every time I said yes when I meant no, every time that I swallowed my truth to keep the peace, every time that I smiled through the pain and said I'm fine, every time that I carried everyone else's weight while ignoring my own breaking point, I was adding another brick to those walls. And the crazy thing, I didn't even know that I was in a prison. I thought that this was just life and how it was supposed to be. This was what it meant to be strong, to be professional, to be successful. Until that morning in the parking lot when I couldn't breathe. That's when I realized I had two choices. I could keep pretending, keep performing, keep dying slowly inside this perfect prison that I'd built, or I could find the door. And brother, did I find the door. And the first step was the hardest one that I ever taken. I had to admit that I wasn't okay, that the life I'd built, as impressive as it looked from the outside, was killing me from the inside. And that admission felt like failure. It felt like weakness. It felt like everything that I'd been taught not to be. But it was actually the beginning of my freedom. Now, let me tell you what I know about you. You're listening to this podcast for a reason. Maybe you're in your car right now, on your lunch break, stealing a few minutes of privacy. Maybe you're lying in bed at 2 a.m. because sleep won't come. Maybe you're walking alone, headphones in, finally giving yourself permission to hear something real. And something I said in the opening hit you because you know this prison. Maybe your prison is built from being the provider, the one everyone leans on, the one who has to have all the answers, make all the money, carry all the weight, and you're exhausted. But you can't stop because if you stop, everything falls apart, right? Maybe your prison is built from expectations. Your father's voice in your head telling you what a real man does, or society's messages about strength and success. The belief that showing emotion is weakness and asking for help is failure. Maybe your prison is built from past trauma, things that happened to you that you've never told anyone, wounds you carry that no one else can see but you, pain you've learned to hide so well that even you forget that it's there until it's 2 a.m. in the morning and you can't sleep. Maybe your prison is built from perfectionism, the belief that if you just worked harder, achieve more, prove yourself enough, eventually you'll feel worthy. But no matter what you accomplish, it's never enough. Maybe your prison is built from people pleasing. You spent so long being what everyone else needed that you've forgotten who you actually are. You said yes so many times when you meant no that you don't even know what you want anymore. Here's what all these prisons have in common. They look like strength from the outside. They look like success. They look like you've got it all together. But you don't. Because inside you're suffering and you're suffocating. Inside you're wondering if this is all there is. if you're going to feel this way for the rest of your life. If anyone would even understand if you tried to explain it. Inside, you're asking yourself questions that you're afraid to say out loud. Is it supposed to feel this hard? Why do I have everything I'm supposed to want and still feel empty? What's wrong with me that I can't just be grateful and happy? Does anyone else feel this way or is it just me? Brothers, let me tell you the answer to that question. It's not just you. The prison that you're in, thousands of men are in the same one. And they're just as good at hiding it as you are. You're not broken. You're not weak. You're not failing. I want you to hear that. I want you to really, really hear that. I'm going to say it again. You're not broken. You're not weak. You're not failing. You're trapped in a prison that you didn't even know that you were building. And that first step to freedom is you recognizing that that prison exists. So let's talk about what the perfect prison actually looks like. The perfect prison is invisible, and that's what makes it dangerous. You can't escape something that you can't see. Here's some signs that you're living in this perfect prison. You look successful on the outside, but you feel empty on the inside. You've achieved the things that you were supposed to achieve, the job, the house, the family, the respect, but none of it fills this void that you're feeling. You can't remember the last time that you felt truly at peace. There's always something to worry about, something to fix, something to prove, and that anxiety never stops. You're exhausted, but you can't rest. Even when you have time off, you can't relax. Your mind won't stop. It's always going. Your body won't settle. Rest feels like weakness. You say, I'm fine, more than you say how you really feel. You've gotten so good at the mask that sometimes you forget that you're wearing it. You feel alone, even when you're surrounded by people. You have friends, family, colleagues, but nobody really knows you. Nobody sees the real struggle. You're angry more often than you want to admit. Little things just set you off. You snap at the people that you love. The rage is always just under the surface and you don't know exactly where it's coming from. You've thought about what it would be like if you just disappeared, not necessarily dying, just not having to do this anymore, not having to carry it all, not having to pretend. If you're recognizing yourself in these signs, I want you to take a breath with me right now. Recognizing the prison is not the same as being stuck in it forever. It's actually the first step towards freedom. Here's what I learned in that parking lot and what I've learned helping hundreds of men since then. The perfect prison has 3 walls. Wall 1 is the belief that your worth is measured by what you achieve and what you provide. As long as you believe this, you'll never achieve enough. You'll never provide enough. You'll always be chasing something just out of reach. Wall 2 is the belief that showing vulnerability is weakness. As long as you believe this, you'll never ask for help. You'll never share your real struggles, and you'll carry everything alone until it breaks you. The last wall, wall 3, is the belief that you have to have it all figured out. And as long as you believe that, you will never admit when you're lost. You'll never explore new paths. You'll stay stuck in what's familiar, even when it's killing you. These 3 walls create a prison that looks like strength, but it feels like you're being suffocated. And that door, the door is made of one simple truth. You don't have to live like this. You don't have to carry it all alone. You don't have to pretend that you're fine when you are not. You don't have to sacrifice your soul for success. There's another way, and it starts with recognizing that the prison exists. We're going to take a moment and we're going to take a power pause together. It's military tested technique that creates space between your reaction and your response. Wherever you are, if it's safe to do so, I want you to stop what you're doing. I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose for 4 counts. Hold it for 4 counts. Release it through your mouth for 4 counts. We're going to do that 2 more times. Take a deep breath through your nose for 4 counts. Hold it for 4 counts. Release it through your mouth for 4 counts. One more time. Take a deep breath in through your nose for 4 counts. Hold it for 4 counts. Release it through your mouth for 4 counts. Now, I want you to ask yourself one question, just one. What is this perfect prison costing me? Don't answer it out loud. Just let the question sit with you for a moment. What is it costing you in your relationships, in your health, in your peace of mind, in your ability to actually enjoy your life? What would be possible if you weren't trapped in this prison? Just sit with that for a moment. That feeling that you just had, that's your soul telling you the truth. That's the part of you that knows that there's a door. Brother, we're just getting started. This episode is about recognizing that prison. The next episodes, we're going to talk about how to walk through that door, how to dismantle those walls brick by brick, how to build a life that feels as good on the inside as it looks on the outside. But right now, I want you to do 2 things. First, I want you to name your prison. What is it built from? Perfectionism, people pleasing, past trauma, the provider role, expectations that you never chose. Just name it. You don't have to fix it yet, but I want you to see it. So just see it. Second, I want you to email me at angela@calibratedresilience.com. That's ANGELA at CALIBRATEDRESILIENCE.com. Again, that's Angela at calibratedresilience.com. And I want you to tell me what your perfect prison looks like. You don't have to write a novel. One sentence is enough. My prison is built from, and finish that sentence. I read every email, every single one, myself, and I want you to know that you're not alone in this. Here's what I know for sure after 27 years in the military. And years of helping men find their way out of their own prisons. You're stronger than you think, and you're braver than you feel. You are worthy of a life that doesn't require you to suffer in silence. The perfect prison has a door, and recognizing it exists is the first step towards walking through that door. I want you to remember this. Your pain is not your weakness. Your struggle is not your failure. And in this space, your truth is always welcome. Take care of yourself, brother. The world needs you here. Not the version of you that's pretending to be fine, but the real you. The one who's brave enough to admit when you're not okay. That's the man we're going to help you become. You can go to calibratedresilience.com to book a call with me or to purchase my book, Man Enough, Embracing the Full Spectrum of Male Strength. You can also go to calibratedresilience.org to take the Calibrate metrics and the Caliber DNA assessments and immediately get your results. You can download your PDF as well once you get done with the assessments. And both assessments come with a 30-minute call with me. I'm Angela R. Strong, and this is Man Enough, Real Talk.
Learned resilience in the fire and the fight. The real courage shows up in the quiet night. When I choose to feel instead of running away. When I speak my mind and mean what I say. No more silence, no more shame. Time to step into a different game. No filter, no facade. Man enough to face the truth, however hard. Breaking chains to help me back from who I am. Standing in my power with an open hand. Real talk, this is where we start. Man enough to lead with heart. Man enough to lead with heart. Stop, breathe, choose. The power's mine. Calibrated strength one day at a time. From chaos to clarity, I'm finding my way. My day. This is real talk, raw and unafraid. Man enough to grow through every choice I've made right. Rising from the struggle into who I'm meant to be. Owning every scar, that set me free. Real talk, this is my art. Man enough to lead with heart. Man enough, real talk.